Hi and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've done my last anime unboxing video. So, I got a new small parcel directly from Right Stuff. Let's have a look what I have bought. You have seen my thumbnail, so you already know what some of the animes are, which I'm going to show you now. Well, I got first from Diskotek Media, I got some of the movies from Uruseiyatsura. I got the first one, Only You. Then I got the third one, Remember My Love. And the fifth one, that is Kanketsuhen, the final chapter. I have not gotten the fourth movie, it was out of stock. I have not gotten the second movie because I already have it. And the sixth movie, I'm just reluctant to buy it because it's not really a good movie. If you have not seen Uruseiyatsura and you don't know if you should start like with the TV series or the movies, I recommend that you watch a couple episodes of the first season and then you can actually watch the first movie, which is directed by Mamoru Oshii. It's a good movie. It's representative for, I would say, like the beginning of the series for the first 50 episodes, more or less. It's a fun science fiction romp with some action, a lot of romance, and some hilarious gags. Apparently the director Mamoru Oshii wasn't happy with this movie. I think personally it's a good one. It has some nice little songs. It has some musical interludes. I also have it on VHS. Here's the VHS copy. And I got it, I think, on Laserdisc and on DVD. The other two are a bit different. The third one is more romantic than Only You, Remember My Love. This one came out in 1985 and it has some really good animation by Moriyama Yuji, who was the chief animation director on this movie. This one has more mood than Only You, but is more romantic and sometimes also a bit more slow. I would recommend this one to watch if you have a girlfriend, you know, or a boyfriend. So this is more the romantic one. The final chapter, this movie came out in 1988, is closer to the tone of the manga because it adapts the ending of the manga. This one is a good mixture of humor but also a little bit of suspense and even drama. Towards the end the stakes get quite high. Some of the scenes in there made me almost cry. I like that movie also a lot. Speaking of classical movies from the 1980s, of course I got Project Eiko. I had to get this one. Project Eiko is actually the very first anime I got on VHS. It was a manga video release, which was released back in 1992 or 93 in Britain, and I got that one in Switzerland, and I loved it. And I still love this movie today. It's a very funny science fiction comedy, which is excellently animated. It was a fan movie made by professionals who were fan of the medium anime and who used a lot of parody and gags in the movie. Some of the scenes in this movie are very well animated. There are a lot of details in this movie. For many years, people thought that the masters of the original movie were destroyed in a fire or they were just lost. And it was just that they were found thanks to the founder of AnimEigo in an archive back in Japan. Thanks to that master, Diskotek was able now to release the movie in the highest quality possible. They were already in the midst of the process of making a very expensive conversion from the Laserdisc master, but now they could do a master directly from the original film master. It looks excellent. You can see all the little details of the cell animation. If you have not seen it and you like your 1980s comedies and action, watch this one. You won't regret it. Speaking of 1980s classics, I got Galaxy Express 39. based on a manga by Leiji Matsumoto. I've seen it also more than 20 years ago in Switzerland at a small fan convention, and I liked it very much. I liked the atmosphere of the science fiction movie, which was rather serious and sometimes quite moody. And I loved the ending song by AnimEigo. Again, this is a release by Diskotek, and I really like this company. They release a lot of classics in a great quality. Problem Crisis, a Noévi classic back from the late 80s to early 90s, featuring these women fighting crime. A Noévi series which was quite influenced by Blade Runner. You could tell by the characters appearing in it, the antagonists, the robots, the boomers, and also the whole world. And you have this great 1980s soundtrack. And finally, for some newer anime, I got Honey and Clover, the first season and the second season. Honey and Clover was a TV series based on a manga, which was extremely popular in the mid-2000s. When it got popular also in the West among fans, I didn't care first. I thought, well, you know, it's a hype anime, I'm not interested in hype anime, I don't want to get involved in any kind of hype. That was my mindset. Somehow I got around the TV series after some of my friends recommended it, even 2 years after it got released. And I started to watch the first episode and I fell in love. I could totally relate to some of the characters. I watched the series not too long after I came back from Japan. I was an exchange student in Kyoto. I was in a university club, and the series of Honey and Clover takes place in a university, in an art university, and all the characters, most of the main characters, they are students. I could still relate to all their emotions, and this is a love drama. It has a lot of comedy, but at its core, it's serious. I loved it a lot. And also the music used in the series is great. It's by well-known bands like Spitz. The last anime I got is completely different. It's an anime movie again. Masaki Yuasa's Mind Game. Let's say it's Mindfuck, the anime. If you have never heard about Masaki Yuasa and you watch this movie for the first time, your mind will be blown away. This is a super strange and refreshing anime to watch. It's the story of a guy who is an unsuccessful manga artist. He meets his former crush from junior high school again, and he learns that she is engaged. They both go to a bar, they talk. There are two Yakuza guys entering the bar. The main character, Nishi is his name, he dies because he is shot by one of the Yakuza in his butt with a gun. In the afterlife, he meets God. It's super engaging, super special, and I'm glad I watched that also in the theater. From all these anime I got, which one do you think is a must-have? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, which is quite possible, then what are you waiting for? Just click this button, you know, click, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching until the end, and see you next time. Goodbye.